Hello and welcome to Disney Travel Tales, a podcast that allows you to immerse yourself in someone's recent Disney trip. I'm Jenny, and I'm so happy to be here with you talking about my favorite thing, Disney trips. Join us every Friday as we explore the parks or cruise ships with a new guest and learn inside tips and tricks to hopefully help make your vacation go a little smoother. Make sure to subscribe to the show wherever you are listening so you never miss a new episode, and I would love it if you left a positive review on Apple Podcast or Spotify. This is the easiest way to support the podcast. Another way to support the podcast is to use me as your travel agent at no cost to you. Email me at jenny@trolleylanetravel.com. Let me do all the hard planning while you sit back and count down the days to your vacation. Okay, so let's get going with today's show. Hello and welcome. You are listening to episode number 87, and today I am doing my pre-trip report show for my trip to Disneyland. So my family, along with some family friends of ours and also business partners, we are going to Disneyland together. There will be 10 of us total. Each family has 3 kids. If you are listening to this on the day it comes out, which is Friday, September 1st, we might be on our way to California. We are headed to California for Labor Day weekend and are going to be spending a day and a half at Disneyland Resort. And I am so excited. I absolutely love Disneyland. I haven't been back to Disneyland since 2016 when we went with my family in October, kind of over the Christmas break. We went to Mickey's Halloween party over there at Disneyland when they were doing it at Disneyland Park, and we had a fantastic time. Kind of like this trip. On that trip, we also only did a day and a half, and you can't do everything in that time, but for us, it was the perfect amount of time. And I really wanted to get back to Disneyland this year. And this was kind of the only way we were going to be able to do it because we have such a busy schedule with my oldest being a senior in high school, my other son Asher just being really involved in baseball, and then my daughter Amelia is now on a competitive dance team. And so, yeah, we just kind of had to squeeze it in. So I'm really excited to just squeeze in all the fun that we can on this trip. So on September 1st, Friday, we're actually flying down into San Diego, and we are going to go to a Padres baseball game. So we're flying in. I think we're going to get there I think we land around 2:45. We are in Texas, so it will be a 2-hour time change for us. It's a nonstop flight, thank goodness. Once we land, I think we're just going to kind of probably grab something to eat somewhere, head to the hotel, check in, kind of rest a little bit before we head over to the ballpark, which our hotel is walking distance to the ballpark, which will be great because it is going to be a late game and probably ending around 10 p.m., which will be like midnight for us. So not having to worry about parking and getting out of a parking lot, I think it's going to be a really great fit for us. I'm really excited to go to San Diego with the kids. Cameron and I went to San Diego back when I was pregnant with Aiden, so it's been a really long time since we've been there, and we had a great trip. We are only spending a very short amount of time of this trip in San Diego, but I am excited to see it and hopefully get some really good food. So Saturday, September 2nd, we're going to wake up, grab something to eat. I'm not really sure if we're going to try to do something in San Diego. I do remember other times we have visited California, we tend to wake up really early because of the time change. And so I'm assuming on this trip we'll be up early as well, which is nice when you have teenagers who in Central Time tend to sleep till 10 or 11. It will be much earlier, which means our days will be longer and we can get more done. So I'm just kind of thinking we're going to wake up, grab something to eat. We rented a big van for all of us to fit in. And then we're going to drive up to Anaheim. On this trip, I am so excited to be staying at the Disneyland Hotel. We will be in a 3-bedroom family connecting suite. I looked on YouTube. I watched lots of videos of these rooms. I just am so excited to be in one of these rooms and to see it. They look really nice and big. It is a little bit deceiving though. So It's not like a traditional suite with a kitchen. It's actually like a 1-bedroom suite that's connected to 2 other rooms. So yeah, I will be doing a room tour and I'll post that on our Instagram page if you want to go check it out. I've actually called in and I requested that we would get a room with 2 king beds and then 2 bedrooms with king beds and then a bedroom with 2 queen beds. That should be enough room for all of our families to fit. Plus the couch also pulls out into a bed. You do have a traditional style living room with a balcony off of it, but instead of a full-size kitchen, you kind of have a kitchenette. So it's just like a mini fridge and like a big counter space where you can put food and drinks and stuff if you need to. I do think there is a table and chairs if I am correct. And then the bedrooms are just kind of off and spread out. And there are 3 bathrooms, which is also going to be great with 10 people staying in this room. But yeah, I'm just really excited to see what we get. Now, I really debated on this if I was going to do online check-in or just go ahead and check in when we get there. And for travel agent purposes, I am going to do online check-in just to see how it works. And like I said, I called in and I requested that we get a certain type of room. I don't really care what tower we are in. The room we got is just a standard view. So I really don't care what tower we are in, but I really do need those rooms with the king beds and the 2 queen beds. So I am just going to do the online check-in and see if we get that room. And if for some reason we don't, I'll go down and maybe see if they can move us. But I've heard a lot of mixed reviews overall about checking into the Disneyland hotel. A lot of people say it's better to just do it once you get there. That's why I'm trying to do it online through the app to kind of see how it works out for us. So I'm thinking we're probably going to pull into Anaheim around like 2 o'clock. I have requested that our room be done or be ready by the time we get there. So hopefully it is. We'll probably stop and get some snacks and drinks just to keep in the room for the couple of nights that we'll be there. Our plan is that our room will be ready and we will go check into our room, get everything unpacked, kind of, take a breather. It's always so fun to check into new hotels, especially with traveling with such a big group. Like the kids will kind of get to chill a little bit. But then after we're all kind of rested and relaxed, we are going to split up. Cameron, my husband, and Gentry and 2 of the kids are going to drive up into LA and go to a Dodgers baseball game. Leah and 2 of her kids, they're actually from California, so they're going to go visit family. And then me, Aiden, and Amelia, we are going to go to the parks. Like, I am probably going to be busting down the doors to get to the parks. Our first park reservation is for Disneyland Park. I have to go in and see that big pumpkin. I am dying to see him again. So we're going to go in. Our plan is to just kind of check it out, see what wait times are for rides. I have a list of snacks that I want to try while we are there. A lot of them are in Disneyland Park. I want to try the cheesy garlic bread from Maurice's Treats, the black cat drink. In Pooh's Corner, I want to get the marshmallow dipped wand, the ice cream sundae ear hat on Main Street. Jolly Holiday, I want to get the Halloween travel tumbler and the Mickey Bat cookie. I also want to get the pizza flop over in Toontown. Of course, we're going to get churros somewhere. And then over in California Adventure, I want to get the Baymax bread and a cocoa popcorn bucket, which I'm super excited. Oh, and in Downtown Disney, I am absolutely going to try the pickle corn dog. I have been waiting to try this and I am so excited to try it. And I think I might be the only one in my family who wants to try it. Cameron said he would try it. My kids are like, I am out. Absolutely not. But I love pickles and corn dogs. So I don't see how it could be bad. But those are the foods that are on my to-do list at Disneyland. Okay, so back to the park. So once we get into the park, I think we're just going to walk around, kind of enjoy the ambiance of Halloween and fall at Disney. This is my favorite time to visit the parks. I just love fall and Halloween in Disney. And again, we haven't been back in so long that I don't think my kids, like even Aiden doesn't remember a ton about Disneyland. And so I just want to like be there and kind of just take in where Walt was. Like I'm really excited. The first time we visited, I didn't have my love for Walt yet. And now that I have it and he's inspired me to start the podcast and to become a travel agent, I am just so excited to be walking where he walked. Rides that we really want to do on this trip, we're going to prioritize rides that they do not have at Disney World because we visit Walt Disney World more often, or at least I do. And so I just really want to prioritize rides that are not there. So we're going to do Mr. Toad's. We're going to ride Pirates. We're going to ride Indiana Jones. That is, last time I went, that was my favorite ride. So I cannot wait to ride it again. We're going to do Small World. We actually didn't even ride Small World last time because nobody wanted to. I'm making them this time. So I think we'll just spend some time over in Disneyland Park when we first get there. We're also going to gauge the crowds. If Disneyland Park seems more crowded than California Adventure, then I think we'll go over to California Adventure. I do know this is going to be the first weekend for the new Halloween fireworks show. And so I'm kind of predicting that later in the day, especially being on a Saturday, that it is going to get kind of busy. We do have Genie Plus, which I'm really looking forward to trying out Genie Plus at Disneyland. You can't make any reservations until you're in the park, so that will be interesting as well. But yeah, our plan for the first day for just the three of us is just to kind of go do some rides, to enjoy the ambiance. We have a park hopper, so if we want to hop over to California Adventure and kind of check all that out, we are going to do that as well. My kids are huge Big Hero 6 fans, and so we are all very excited to go see San Francisco. And the grand opening was today, so if you're listening today, it was yesterday. So we're excited to see and be a part of that as well. So we're just going to kind of play it by ear, see where the day takes us. But my goal is to stay for the fireworks. My goal is to be able to see the fireworks. We'll see if it happens. If the crowds are really bad, I don't know if we're going to do it, but I really would like to see the fireworks while we're there. And I think it would be easier for us to see it, just the three of us, than when we're in the big group. Cameron doesn't necessarily love fireworks or standing in crowds for fireworks. It's just kind of not his thing. And so, yeah, Saturday's like our night to see the fireworks, I feel like. So that's our plan for Saturday. I also am planning for us to stay till it closes. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to do that because it closes at, I think it closes at midnight, which would be 2 a.m. Texas time. I don't know if we're going to make it that long, but we will see. One last thing that I almost forgot, something I really do want to try to do that Saturday, just depending on what time we make it over to the park, is watch the Magic Happens Parade. It has 2 showings, one at 3:30 and one at 6:30. I love Disney parades. They're just my jam, and I am really excited to see this parade. So this is another thing I would think would be easier for us just to do the 3 of us. Is to see this parade. And that's another reason I made Disneyland Park as our park reservation for this day, so we can see that pumpkin and we can see this parade. Oh, and my last goal for this trip, it doesn't have to be done this day, but it has to be done while I'm at Disneyland, is to ride on the train. I've never rode a Disney train. And on our trip in June, I really wanted to. It never happened. And so it is happening on this trip. I will ride the train. And I'm actually excited that this is the first train I get to ride, the train that was Walt's dream. So I'm excited for that. I will report back. But if I don't ride this train, you guys, I'm going to be very, very sad.
Hey parents, do your kids listen to podcasts? Do they like solving mysteries and flexing their imaginations? Mysteries at Riddleton Elementary is a new children's mystery podcast. Your kid can join Billy Bonanza and Susie Sockington on exciting and wacky adventures as they attempt to solve mysteries around their school. Mysteries at Riddleton Elementary is available now on all podcast platforms.
When was the last time you visited a Disney park? For many adults, it's been a really long time. I would love to help you fix that situation. As a travel agent specializing in Disney, my job is to make sure your vacation can go as seamless as possible. All of my services are complimentary to my clients. Yes, you heard that right. I'm free to you. These services include helping you from the start finding the perfect resort to fit your needs, handling all the bookings and reservations, helping to teach you about the parks, because if it's been a while, man, have they changed. I have insider tips and tricks I share with all of my clients, and I will be your single point of contact throughout your entire trip, even while you are there. Don't wait another year to visit a Disney park or go on a Disney cruise. Let this be the year you finally go. Email me at jenny@trolleylanetravel.com to get the conversation started, or see the link in the show notes to fill out my quote form. All listeners that book a trip with me will receive a $20 gift card to use on their trip. Just make sure you say you heard this on the podcast. Okay, now back to the show. Okay, let's move on to Sunday. Sunday, September 3rd is our full park day. All 10 of us will be together. We do have early entry since we are staying at the Disneyland Hotel. Early entry is from 7:30 to 8, and you better believe I plan on being there for early entry. One of the really fun things about this trip that's a little bit different from our usual trips to Disney World is because we're staying at the Disneyland Hotel, we are so close to the parks, we just could walk to either park. Everyone's going to be able to do whatever they want. So if people want to sleep in and they don't want to be at the parks at the opening like I plan on being, they don't have to. They can sleep in and do whatever they want and just have a grand old time. But I will be there for that early entry so I can try it out. My goal for this day is to just do the rides I didn't have a chance to do the day before. So whatever I couldn't do the day before, I will try to squeeze in on this day. Again, I'm not going to do rides that I can do at Disney World unless the entire group really wants to do those rides. I'm just not going to prioritize those. And so I'm going to prioritize rides that I cannot do. One of the most exciting parts of this trip for me is at 9 o'clock, Leah and I are going to be going on the Walt Main Street Story Tour. I really wanted to do this tour. There used to be a different type of tour that was kind of like this where you could go into Walt's apartment, but they've changed it since it reopened. And yeah, it's like I keep saying, the next time I go to Disneyland, I will be on this tour. And so I'm really, really excited that we get to do this. Leah loves Walt like I do. She's from California. You know, she grew up going to Disneyland. And so I just think her and I being able to go on this tour is going to be so magical. The tour starts at 9. It's 90 minutes. So me and her are going to do that. At whatever point the rest of our group can come to the park. They can do stuff together. We have a lot of teenagers in our group. So honestly, they can go off and do whatever they want to do as a group if they want to. Our park reservations for this day is Disneyland Park as well. I've thought about changing the rest of our group to California Adventure just because I do know that with the older kids, there's kind of more rides over there that they would be interested in, as well as Cameron and Gentry. And so that's still on the maybe. I might be changing park reservations over to California Adventure for them. But for me and Leah, we will be at Walt's Main Street Story, and I cannot wait. Of course, I will be doing a podcast when we get back, a trip report podcast about our trip, but I will also be doing a separate podcast just about this tour because I'm assuming it's going to be full of lots of really great just experiences and information, just like any other tour I've ever been on at Disney. They are magical. And so I will be reporting back on this tour. So after our tour is over, I'm just predicting that we will head over to California Adventure and just enjoy the rest of the day over there. I love the rides over there from what I can remember. I love Cars Land. I'm so excited to see it kind of dressed up for Halloween and take lots of pictures. I'm really excited to see Avengers Campus. I've never been there. So I just want to experience all of that. I want to meet characters. I want to ride the rides that we haven't rode yet. I just want to eat all the yummy snacks that we haven't eaten. I'm hoping we get to meet Baymax while we're there. Aiden loves Doctor Strange, and so I'm hoping we get to see Doctor Strange and the Spider-Man show. I want to eat at Pim's Test Kitchen just because I think that would be really fun. So these are just things that are on my list of to-dos. Again, we have no reservations minus the tour, and so we're just going to kind of wing it. We're going to see what everyone wants to do and just go for it. Again, I plan on staying until the park closes. If I didn't get to see the Disneyland fireworks the night before, I might go back to Disneyland Park with whoever wants to go with me to see these fireworks. World of Color, I'm kind of like on the fence about. It's not a must-do for me. But if for some reason we did see the fireworks the night before and everyone wants to see World of Color, I'm fine seeing that. If they just want to ride rides during that time, I'm also fine with that. That show I've seen before. Well, I haven't seen the new show, but I saw the old show and it's really cool, but it's not a must-do for me at all. So yeah, that is kind of our Disneyland plans. Like, it's so much simpler than our plans when we go to Walt Disney World. So we are staying at Disneyland Hotel that night, obviously. So we'll just walk back to our hotel at whatever time we desire. And the next day is our resort day. We're just going to hang out by the pools. This will be Monday. It'll be Labor Day. It's probably going to be busy around the, LA area. And so we're just going to really enjoy the pools over at the Disneyland Hotel. Another thing I really want to do is I want to wake up early and I want to go check out the other hotels. I want to go into the Grand Californian and kind of see what it's all about. I want to go over to the new Paradise Pier and really see that area. I know we're allowed to go up to the pool area now, so I want to go check that out as well. Explore downtown Disney a little bit. And in the meantime, stop by the pool as well and enjoy that. But yeah, I just really want to enjoy this area. I had thought about doing another park day on this day, but we're going to the Angels baseball game this evening, all 10 of us. And so I thought, there's so much to do around here, and this is our chance to stay at the Disneyland Hotel. And I really, really just want to enjoy staying there, explore the hotel, explore all the hotels so I can come back and tell you what it's like, and I can help my clients find the best fit for them in a resort. One thing about Disneyland is there's so many good neighbor hotels, like surrounding hotels, that it's not necessarily like you have to stay at a Disney hotel when you're there. But that's why I want to go see these hotels so I can give them a reason to decide to stay in the Magic while they're there. Plus, I love, one of my favorite things to even do at Disney World is to go see the different resorts. And so that's just something I enjoy. I picture myself getting a nice coffee in the morning, putting on a sweatshirt, because when I checked the weather, it said it was only going to be in the 60s. And for Texans, that's winter. So put a little sweatshirt on, have my coffee, and just kind of stroll around and enjoy the morning. And whoever wants to come with me can come. Whoever wants to sleep in can do that as well. We are flying home on Tuesday morning. We are flying out of Long Beach to head home. It's a nonstop flight. We have flown in and out of Long Beach before. I love this airport. It is so cute and small. And so I just know it'll be a really easy trip for us. Or fingers crossed. I hope it is a really easy trip for us, especially flying out the day after Labor Day. I think it'll be really nice. So yeah, that's our Disneyland trip. That's our California adventure trip. And I'm really, really excited to be going. I hope you follow along on Instagram. I'm going to try to post as much as I can. But again, it's really hard when you're on vacation and trying to enjoy it with your family to be on your phone posting content. But I am going to do the best that I can. I think it'll be easier for me to do it on Saturday when it's just the three of us there, as opposed to Sunday when it's all of us. But I'm going to do the best I can. So make sure that you're following along so you can kind of go to Disneyland with us. Thank you for listening today. I really appreciate you spending your time over here with us, and I hope this was just what you needed to hear today. I'm always looking for new guests for the podcast, so if you are traveling to any Disney park or cruise, see the show notes for more information about being on the show. Visit the show all around the web at DisneyTravelTales.com or find us on Instagram and Facebook at Disney Travel Tales. See pictures from the guests on their vacations, plus this is just a great way to stay up to date with all things related to the podcast and Disney travel in general. Join me next week with a brand new episode. So until then, this is Jenny, and may all your Disney travel dreams become a reality.